Good morning, crypto friends. Good morning. How we doing out there today? It is Wednesday, March the 3rd, 2021. If you're waking up or just looking at the charts, excuse me. As you can see, we've gone red to green as Bitcoin up 7.67%, BTC we're looking at. Let's have a look at the charts. So I wanted to start out with this Litecoin trade as you've been following along, hopefully. This particular one, let's see. This particular one, we are up. We got in late to the party. We didn't get into right here. So we are up 18 and a half, over 18.5%. So what I'll do as soon as I finish this stream, I'm going to take 90% of this trade off. I do want to leave some on. I just want some exposure to LTC USD. And if you want to go back and watch some of the other videos, you'll see why. I just want to leave some exposure on there, but I am going to take some profit as we started to see on this run up. So let me zoom in just a little bit more for you there. We're starting to see some selling up here, and we're going to encounter this 100-day moving average here on the 4-hour time frame. So let's get you some support and resistance. We'll move over to the 1 hour to get a little bit better picture there. If you'll just pardon the mess, I'll clean all this up for tonight's crypto happy hour. Be sure and join me there. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Litecoin looking at resistance for at 196.81 and support. We've managed to put on some support right here at the 192.46. So that's a tight range we have marked. And then as you can see, we did get support on the 1 hour here on the 12-day moving average on the climb up. So we're looking a bit tired up here. The RSI is in the overbought. So we're going to take some off the table and keep on rolling. If you're out there, don't be too shy to say hi in the chat. Moving on. Some of the others in our watch list from last night and the previous days. Go to the watch list here. There we go. DOT USD. As you can see, we have climbed outside of our target area. So this again would be one that we would take some profit, as it looks like we're going to sit here and consolidate for a while, which is healthy consolidation. So we're going to put resistance up here to 38.81 and support is at 37.96. So what I'll do for tonight, when I get time, I'll go through there and rechart this one, because we have blown all the way through the top of that chart, which is a good thing, right? 1226 and 100-day are all in good shape, but we are starting to fade a little bit on volume. So keep an eye on volume. Moving on to Bnb Usd. As you can see, we are still trying to make our way up to our sell target. This is on the 1 hour. We have, I made a note here that this is basically the one we're going to watch on the 4 hours. So let's switch over. As you can see, we are encountering quite a bit of resistance each time we get up to the 257.52 and then up into the wick. So we're going to write this one out, as I do want to leave some exposure on BNB, because I do use that to reduce the trading fees in Binance. So if you, I think you have to keep over 0.75 BNB. And if you do that, they give you a major reduction in trading fees. Excuse me, Bnb USD. So let's look at resistance and support. Let's go to the 1 hour so we can get a little bit more. There we go. Looking at support down at the 248.28. So basically right at the 250 psychological. Encountering a lot of resistance up here at the 255 mark, 0.42. So let's look to get through there. We do have a good configuration on the moving averages. increasing volume. RSI is in good shape. So still riding that one out for Bnb Usd. Moving on to IOTA. Let's switch over. I think IOTA's in this other list here. Internet of Things, where are you? IOTA. Somehow disappeared from my list, so we'll bring it up. Looking at IOTA, excuse me, USD. Great parabolic move for IOTA here on the 1 hour. As you can see, lots of profit taking up on this area here, and I think it's only because Bitcoin's starting to fade out a little bit. That's where we're getting our strength from. And we'll have a look at BTC USD here in just a second. So IOTA support at 1.2352. Resistance 1.26. So tight range. You see the indecision candle here, the doji spinning top. So quite a bit of indecision right in this range here. So watch out for that one if you're in it. Keep a tight stop. And we are right at the average trading volume at, where are we at for IOTA? There we go. Moving on to ADA, Cardano. Looking for Cardano, ADA, USD. Somehow all of these have disappeared from my list. There we go, ADA, USD. We'll zoom out. As you can see, we've been trading in this zone for some time. We can massage that just a little. I'm going to tighten things up because we're getting a little wide. We're starting to get a tightening range, and that's what we look for. Tight consolidation, and then it explosion to one side or the other. So basically in between the 1.177 USD and we're having a real time getting through this 100-day moving average here on the 1 hour time frame. And resistance up at the 1.28. So tight range there for that guy. As you can see, we're running right down the center of the entry for ADA. And I just wanted some exposure to ADA. I wasn't really concerned about getting in there. If it drops below this support, I'll probably take another position on it. That's Cardano. Moving on to Link, L-I-N-K USD. We had a good parabolic move. Rocket ship straight up. Got past resistance that we had. So we do have resistance out here. I have it marked from previous. We got to climb above the 31.86, 160 and support down at the 28.85. We did get up and close above the 100-day moving average and the 1226. They're both trending upward, as well as the RSI. So watch this RSI as you get into the overbought area and expect to for it to pull back a little, and then ideally it will bounce right off this 100-day moving average for support and keep on climbing. Moving on to Ethereum, ETH USD. Nice move for Ethereum. It's been kind of quiet for several days. So we've had 1 day, 2 day, 2 days of upside. We did get through our sell target. So if you're still in Ethereum, this is not financial advice, but keep an eyeball on this 100-day moving average up here. It's on the 4 hour time frame. And I imagine we could even see it on the, yeah, we're up above it on the 100-day. I'm sorry, on the 1 hour. And it should offer us a little bit of resistance when we get through here. Volume's kind of trailing off. So let's get you support resistance real quick. Resistance on the climb up, 1671.53. Support down here, quite a bunch of right there at the 1594.39 for Ethereum. Moving on to XLM, Stellar. There we are. Stellar, we haven't quite got up to our sell target yet, but we're trying to get through this 0.4366 range has been resistance for quite a while. As you can see, we banged on it several times and haven't been able to close above. We poked our heads up a little bit. So bulls are trying to get through there. Let's get support right on this. See this 0.50 Fibonacci? That's why we use it. There's our support. And looking to get through. And then just keep an eye, of course, on the 100-day moving average on the climb up into the sell target up here. For Stellar XLM, moving on to NU USD. We keep touching on this sell target up here. We being me, I've chosen to stay in this one. I do want some exposure to NU, so I'm leaving that one on for the trade, as we did get the 12.26 cross back here. Was that about a day or so ago? And then we have the moving average here, 100-day moving average up here to worry about if you're into worrying about things like that. So moving on to resistance, we're going to leave right here, right at the top of this sell range, sell target at 0.75. That's a good round psychological number. And looks like we've climbed up a bit. We can move our support level up to 0.71. So really tight range on NU USD. Trading at 15.57 million. So that's a pretty decent size of volume, but we are trailing off below average. Moving on, how we doing on time? Any ticker requests out there? I see some folks in there. Don't be shy, but say hi in the chat. Put some tickers in there if you want me to chart them for you. Moving on, our watch list, NMR. USD NMR. Are you here? Yes, there we are. So basically, as you can see, I did had this one marked, and it's been in a sideways consolidation, kind of bounced around top and bottom of the 100-day moving average, the 12.26. We did get the cross right here, and usually indicative of that cross, you have an upside move. So we did poke up above this range to establish a new resistance level. We'll just move this up out of the way a little bit. There we go. You can see this pivot here. And I did mention I have added the pivots to the indicators. It's over here under pivots HL55. That's high or low. And that is available on TradingView, excuse me, for free, to help us spot pivots in price and higher low and higher highs. And it uses, I think, a 5-bar range on each. So you can read all about that. And I'll put that in the chat, actually. 1 second. There we go. Oops. Sorry. There we go. That should work. So resistance still at the 44.382, but we do have new support all the way up, as you can see over here, these two bodies of candles providing support as they were once resistance. It just could move that down. So right off here, tight range, we're going to look for NMR. Moving on to Litecoin. I think I may have already covered Litecoin, but maybe not. But what I'm going to do with Litecoin, as soon as we get off this stream, I am going to take 90% of this one off, because we are hitting the sell target, or darn near it, and I'm seeing some weakness and resistance up here at the 196.67. And I'm going to leave some on the table just because I want some exposure to LTC. And if you heard me talk about it before, you'll understand why. Watch some of the previous videos. They're all available for free. Moving on to Comp USD, COMP USD. We're not in this one. We've been scouting a good time to get in. We're still up on the tops. As you can see, there's a lot of profit taking up here. So we certainly don't want to buy other people's profit. And we're just scouting a pullback on this one. It's been really strong. And looks like we have some consolidating going on up here for comp. So ranges are still in play. The $501.22 USD, 518.61 resistance. Looking for a point of entry, and if you join us at the crypto happy hour at 6 p.m. on Central Time, we go over the watch list, and we'll be looking to get into comp. Moving on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin, which is getting a lot of attention, if you pardon the pun. Support at 0.656 and resistance up here. We just poked up above that, but we came back down. So 0.706, I should say. We did get the 2600-day cross, so that was indicative of our upside move. And we are having above average trading volume, but the RSI is in the overbought, so be cautious with that one at BAT. Basic Attention Coin. It's used as compensation for the Brave browser and other things. Moving on to GRT USD. As you can see, we made it above this sale target. So if you're still in this one, you may consider taking some off because we are getting a lot of resistance on the 100-day, and we have a new price pivot up here. So we'll massage these Fibonacci's for the crypto happy hour tonight for you, and we can reestablish some sell targets, etc. for GRT. So we'll move our resistance up just above the 100-day moving average at the 1.98. So you might as well say the $2 psychological number. Going to be difficult to get through usually. And then we have support right here and the 1.899. Let's have a look at some DeFi coins. I've got the list made up here. Here we go. Still got the gimpy finger with the Band-Aid on it, which doesn't like the track mouse that I use here. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at MKR USD. Got through the sale target. That would have been a really good one if you're in it. So we got into dead center of the buy, up into sell. So you could have took some off the table in this weakness up here at the 19%, and then you could have let the rest ride. So you're looking at a 26, 27% gain. So that would have been a nice one. So we'll need to reset the Fibonacci's on this as we have made up above, and looks like we're trying to get above this 100-day moving average. So let's move resistance up above there. And we had the previous resistance on this candle wick at the 2348.51. And let's switch over to the 1 hour to see if we can, there we go, so we can get better visibility of the support. And we can actually move our resistance up just a tad there. 2361 for resistance. And the 2297.92 support. Got a tight range to watch, but we're trying to look for some directional indicator, right? So we got our RSI is up here on the top side, and we've had some right at average volume, so decent volume moving in on MKR. Another DeFi coin on our watch list is the AAVE USD. And I have this trend line marked here. As you can see, it's been trending up for several days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is about a week. So we're trying to look for a good price entry for this. We need a pullback and to set a higher low. And so we have resistance up here on this pivot at the 4. Yeah, there we go. We did poke above there, but we're going to 418.66 roughly for resistance. And then right here, as you see, we're starting to get, we got above the 100-day. Now it's providing support at right at the $400 mark USD. So to make it official, 398.40. So watching that. Volume's fading. RSI straight line, so we've still got some room for the RSI before we get into the overbought. We did cover comp a while ago, just a really quick look at it again. Tight range for it as well, getting support off the 12-day, and you have the 2600 cross, but volume very light, so keep an eye on the volume. And I did have a request from a viewer to chart out SUSHI, so there it is, SUSHI USD. Looks like it's holding, and it did break the uptrend for a while, did some consolidating, fell below. You see the indecision here, doji, spinning top, boom, bottom dropped out, found the bottom down here, almost got to the 26 moving average, but we have the 12-2600 day all in the right configuration for upside continuation. But as you can see, we're seeing a lot of profit taking up here. So it looks like we got weak hands to encounter, and you'll probably see it on the climb up further because some people are probably locked into buying up in this region. So they're trying to get out and maintain their losses. But we'll keep an eye on SUSHI. Yep, it has some potential, definitely. The trading around 1.39 million, and RSI is in good shape. Well, that wraps it up for me, my friends. Hope you have a great day. Any last minute requests out there? Give it just a few more seconds. While we're waiting for those requests, I'll give you a quick peek at the let's see, I should do this, there we go. Sorry about that. Never mind. We'll do that tonight on the Crypto Happy Hour. Okay, friends, have a great day. Time for me to get out of here. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time for the Watchlist and Crypto Happy Hour. Have a great day.